Hello my dear student, I am Professor Devashish Bose, Head Department of Criminology and Forensic Science, Dr. Hari Singh Gaur Vishwavidyalaya, Sagar, Madhya Pradesh. Today I am going to present a lecture of BSc first semester on the unit Introduction to Forensic Science and the topic Forensic Science at International Perspective, which has been jointly prepared by myself and Mr. Giriraj Sharma, a PhD scholar and a UGC JRF at Department of Criminology and Forensic Science, Dr. Hari Singh Gaur Vishwavidyalaya, Sagar, Madhya Pradesh. So let's start our discussion while taking a look at what we are going to learn today. In today's lecture, the Module 1 will be dedicated to Introduction of Forensic Science, Module 2 Advancement in Forensic Science, Module 3 Conditions of Forensic Science at International Perspective, Module 4 will be Importance of Forensic Science, Module 5 Future Aspect of Forensic Science, and finally, Module 6 will be our conclusion. As you all are the student of forensic science, so by now you must be knowing what is forensic science about. But before starting this interesting lecture, I would like to just brush up your idea on forensic science. So today we will be studying about the forensic science in international perspective. We know very well that crime is a part and parcel of human life, or we can say both originated and grow together. We can say there is no such place on the earth where human is living and they do not commit crime. Even in our day-to-day life, we commit some type of crime. We cannot say it crime, just speaking lie, telling lie, manipulating things. What are these things? These are also crime. The thing which we are doing against the law. Suppose there is a prescribed set of law. We know we have to do this, we have to go every day, we have to go to our college, we have to attend the class, we have to take the notes, and we have to come out. But suppose one day I don't feel like going to the class. It's not a crime, but you have not performed what you should have performed. That is what is mentioned, what is written for you. You are not doing that. Here, if you do something which is more serious, we say it's a crime. So to reduce the crime rate and book the criminal, physical evidences must go through the scientific analysis process so they can reveal the hidden truth and bring the culprit behind the bars. So each and every country needs a forensic science laboratory to examine these physical evidences which can book a culprit. In this lecture, we will be studying the different aspects of the forensic science in international perspective, such as what is forensic science, what is the role of forensic science in crime prevention, etc., etc. Now, we are going to learn about the forensic science, just a general idea to brush up your memories. As we know that forensic science is not a new subject. It is as old as our society is. When we talk about forensic science in a broad sense, we can say this is the application of basic science to the law or to the judiciary system. It could be better explained in a way that when a criminal commits a crime, that person leaves behind a lot of evidences at scene of crime, knowingly or unknowingly. These evidences are of high value to prove the crime. Now, that's where forensic science comes into the scene and plays its crucial role in the detection of the crime, or not the rather detection of the crime, in giving a direction towards the criminal. That is the main thing. It analyzes the exhibit left by the accused from a scientific point of view by reliable methods and techniques. These techniques are highly sensitive, precise, and accurate for the qualitative and quantitative examination of different exhibits at the scene of crime as well as the laboratory. Nowadays, the ratio of crime is changing at a very fast pace. Day by day, new technologies are being evolved, and the criminals are the first to use that to serve their evil purpose. With the application of forensic science, any crime could be solved in a scientific way or manner. Here, I would like to explain the role of a forensic science with the help of 3 criminal cases. First is the Marie Lafarge, who was a French woman, was convicted for murdering her husband by arsenic poisoning in the year 1840. The Tandoor murder case, latest case in India, on 2nd July 1995, a woman named Naina Sahni was murdered by her husband Sushil Sharma. Upon investigation, local police learned that on the night of incident, Sushil returned home and found Naina talking with someone over the phone and consuming alcohol. He objected to this attitude and also to the Naina's friendship with that person. They got into argument, and following which, in the fit of rage, Naina was shot at and she was dead. Later on, he took the dead body to a restaurant where his friend worked and tried to dispose it off with the help of the manager named Keshav Kumar. The body was chopped into pieces and put in the tandoor to be burned to destroy the evidences. This is to hide the evidences. On investigation, the local police disentangled the entire mystery thread by thread, and on the basis of DNA identification, the victim was identified. This was a very, very famous case. Now, these cases might have given you a fair idea on the work being done by forensic scientists, and thus we can define forensic science as: forensic science is the combination of various basic sciences like physics, chemistry, biology, computer sciences, engineering. It uses the application of these sciences in the matter of law. My dear student, now we will be discussing about the advancement in the field of forensic science. If we are talking about it, it means we are talking about the technology that has changed every aspect of our life. And we can see from mobile to Mars mission or to retinal scan to trace evidences in chemistry. As we know that with an increase in the terrorist attacks, cyber threat, crime and violence on a global scale, the need of effective forensic solution is more crucial than ever. So forensic scientists are putting their efforts in the field and discovering new technologies by which they can obtain better result in crime solving, and frequently these techniques in the criminal investigation. When we talk about advancement in forensic science, indeed we can say it is changing at a very fast pace today. We have one technique for the fingerprint enhancement, but tomorrow definitely we will have another one. Therefore, here we will have a brief introduction on the techniques that are frequently being used in the criminal investigation. Thus, let's start discussing these techniques one by one, which are being inducted by the Forensic Science Laboratory. They are laser ablation inductive coupled plasma mass spectrometry. With the help of this instrument, forensic scientists are able to match two fragments of glass even when they are very small, usually found in the shooting case, robbery case, explosive. They provide specific clues to the investigating officer, such as direction of bullet, the force of impact of the type of weapon used in the crime. See the innovation. DNA sequencer. As we know that it gave a specific direction to the criminal investigation with great accuracy and precision. One more thing, that everybody is familiar with the importance of DNA in criminal investigation. With the help of this instrument, possible suspect can be identified. In addition to this, identification could be possible with even degraded samples. And now, with continuous advancement of such techniques, the cost of the analysis will be down. Initially, the cost of any sample analysis with the new instruments are high. But when its frequency increases, the cost comes down. So it helps forensic science a lot. Next is the 3D forensic facial reconstruction. It's very important. Earlier, if you remember, normally it's taking a skull, placing a photograph and just doing some mud work kind of thing. Some plasters have been created and a face is reconstructed. But with this 3D photographic thing, you just give the dimensions and you have the face. You can change it at very level. You can remove the hair, add a beard, change the nose, change the ears. You can do anything. Next is high performance liquid chromatography with mass spectrometry. This is one of the very important technique in the field of separation science. Basically, in the field of drug analysis. These are very, very important techniques, and every laboratory should have such kind of techniques. Now, with HPLC MS, we move on to the next instrument, that is head-space gas chromatography. Head-space gas chromatography is very useful in detecting any kind of volatile substance which is present in your blood. GCMS, gas chromatography mass spectrometry. Forensic carbon 14 dating, very important. Automated fingerprint identification system, AFIS. Integrated ballistic identification system. Combined DNA indexing system, CODIS. These all are the new techniques and all are based on the computer. Video spectral comparator 2000 VSC. Advanced models are there. Very good for document examination. ESDA is another equipment which is useful for the document examination. Digital surveillance Fox Xbox XFT device. High speed ballistic photography. You can photograph. Alternative live photography. These all are then, here we have discussed only a few techniques due to time constraint, but there are even more, and in your due course of time, during the course you are studying forensic science, you will be learning more and more about these techniques. My dear student, if we talk about the condition of forensic science in our country, it's not very good. We are still in the initial stage. People are coming into terms with what is forensic science. But if we talk about the international level, it is well developed. Even forensic science got its root from India, but still it is developed there. There are opportunities are available for forensic services due to awareness. Due to this reason, many Indians are moving towards foreign country for studies and job perspective. The subject forensic science is very popular and attracts students because of its aspect and application in criminal cases. People are very interested and curious to know and learn about forensic science and start their career in the field of forensic science. Motives of this field make it different from a pure science subject like other pure science subject which doesn't have, but the base of the forensic science has the pure science. Because the scientific method are applied to solve the cases by the forensic scientists are basically the pure science subjects. In India, most of the job prospects for the forensic scientists are in government sector, particularly in various law enforcement agencies such as police, legal system, the investigating agencies with central government and the state government and different intelligence organization. However, with the passage of time, some private agencies also offers job opportunity to those who have qualification in this field. Basically, some of the private investigating agencies or some banks, insurance companies also hire. A major part of the trained scientists are hired by the Intelligence Bureau, Central Bureau of Investigation and other investigating agencies. Another interesting career rather than most attractive option for forensic people is teaching in the institute which imparts education in the field of forensic science. A student can even make their career in forensic science in the States, United States of America and other developed country where the requirement of such professionals are much more higher and obviously much more than in our country. White collar crimes are being solved by forensic scientists and the Western world needs a number of such professionals fulfilling their requirements. Forensic scientists from India can work as medical examiner, crime laboratory analyst, crime scene examiner, forensic engineer, language experts, evidence enhancer by portraying psychological profile of habitual offenders as well as doing the analysis of crime scenes, etc., etc. Private detective agencies are also very well placed in the legal system of the foreign countries, that means in the Western world, with a very good payment. Private detectives are hired for spying and investigating purposes by companies and other organizations. Even personal investigation are being done, and they are also being paid very good. As most of the job in forensic science in India are in the government sector, salaries are strictly based on the structure and the pay band or pay scale. Moreover, those who have postgraduate qualification in forensic science earn very good salaries. But private laboratories also offer handsome salary to the experienced candidate. Whereas in the well-developed countries or the fully developed Western countries, the salaries are amazingly high in compared to our country. This is obvious. These facts are not to be discussed now. For forensic researchers, fellowships are given in very high scale, as well as the basic facilities are also there. So my dear student, now we will be discussing about the importance of forensic science. Forensic science, which connects science and law, plays a crucial role in the criminal justice system. The science uses scientific knowledge and applies it for the examination of physical evidences. During an investigation, evidence is collected from a scene of crime or from a person, analyze it in a crime laboratory, and then the results are being presented at the court of law. Imagine a world before the invention of forensic science. At that time, also crime were taking place and the criminals were there and they were punished. But how? Just on the basis of prediction and eyewitness, if present at that time. But still, during that time also there were some scientific evidences they take considered. But today, if we exactly locate the scene of crime, criminals and culprits and victims by using such a wonderful science known as forensic science. According to Locard's principle of exchange, when two objects comes in contact with each other, inter-exchange of things happen between them. And in forensic science, those leftover things are considered as evidence, golden evidence. And we all know persons can lie, but evidence never. So my dear student, this science can be used to remove conflict. For example, if one eyewitness is saying that X committed a crime while other is saying no, it was Y who has committed the crime. At that time, forensic science steps in. Evidence will decide who is the culprit by using different things, fingerprints, DNA fingerprints, blood grouping, other circumstantial evidences. It's a forensic science, not the eyewitness, X or Y. In modern time, by using different technologies, forensic science gives the accurate and reliable truth and results even when the amount of sample is very less or in minute quantity. Scientific instruments, as we have discussed before, like HPLC, GC, HPTLC, PCR, etc. can give the result in the amount of sample is even in nanogram level with accuracy, because these techniques are highly sensitive techniques. We can understand the importance of forensic science by following points. By using forensic science, forgery cases can be solved very easily by using simple instruments like ESDA or VSC. A small amount of samples can be examined and cases can be solved using highly sensitive instruments like we have discussed before, HPLC, HSGC, HPLC-MS, GC-MS and likewise. We can individualize the person by using fingerprinting, blood grouping, DNA fingerprinting and anthropometry. Matching of smaller evidence ID possible by using microscopes. Different type of microscope like compound microscope, comparison microscope, stereo microscope, scanning electron microscope, transmission electron microscope helps us a lot. In case related with ballistic, it can be solved easily by simply using forensic ballistics. Guns, bullets, cartridges, gunpowders can easily be examined by different techniques available there. Maternity and paternity disputes can be solved by using forensic science. Time since death and cause of death can easily be found when we go to forensic medicine. Mutilated body can be identified by using forensic medicine. Cybercrime can be solved by using cyber forensics. By studying modus operandi, serial criminals can be identified very easily. Therefore, what we can say? We can say that it is a science which proves or disproves accused as culprit or innocent. In forensic science, the word forensic comes from the Latin term forensis, which means the forum. In ancient Roman, it was a place where criminal cases were reported. On the other hand, science is the systematic knowledge of the physical or material world gained through observation and experimentation. So when science is applied for criminal justice system, it will become forensic science. This subject is an interdisciplinary subject which uses the knowledge of all basic science to the criminal investigation. However, as innovation happened in any branch of science, it spread the area of forensic science also. So, after knowing about forensic science, let's tell you about the future aspect of forensic science, which all of you are concerned. There are many divisions or branches of forensic science, and each day new developments and methodology comes in to solve crime. But the most future aspect is related to the technique which are growing faster, like DNA fingerprinting is a still growing branch which is preparing DNA database of humans, animals and as well as plants. And next generation sequencing of anything which is related to forensic science and can add in criminal investigation. Cyber forensic. Nowadays, world is moving very faster towards technology, but apart from its usefulness, it also became headache to agencies and persons from unauthorized access and stealing information which are secret. In future, forensic science will prevent commission of crime. For example, as you all know that cameras are fixed on roadside to catch the people who break traffic rules, in ATM machines, in showrooms and shops to prevent them from theft. So forensic science provides this opportunity to solve this type of crime within a few hours or days. Forensic phenotyping is an emerging method which allows analysts to determine certain physical characteristics such as hair or eye color. Other new techniques include the analysis of tissue-specific mRNAs and microRNAs, miRNAs, to identify body fluids deposited at a scene of crime. Determining RNAs are expressed in a biological sample can help identify the tissue and potentially help reconstruct or classify a crime. Example, just the presence of semen may support an allegation of physical assault or rape. In addition to laboratory work, teaching have also been carried out in various universities and institutions all over the world, as its advantage is in the field of criminal investigation. Procedure, time to time the expert also provide teaching to police personnel, lawyers and personnel related to forensic science because of its application in criminal justice system to solve the crime. So, the teaching related to forensic science will be growing in future and it will play a crucial role in criminal investigation system. Most of the people think that forensic science is limited only to laboratories, but in addition to the case-related duties of analysis, interpretation and reporting, forensic scientists is frequently involved in research related to their work. A vision of future research in forensic science has been proposed in several specific priority research areas in the field of forensic science, which includes chemical terrorism, drug interaction, emerging drugs of abuse, nanotechnology, population-based toxicology, DNA fingerprinting, cyber forensic, forensic physics and forensic ballistics, etc. So, we are going to conclude this lecture now. Forensic science is the application of science to criminal justice system. In this lecture, we have discussed forensic science in international perspective, how forensic science is playing a crucial role in the criminal investigation. Moreover, how forensic science is growing, that we have seen in the advancement of the forensic science. Condition of the forensic science is going to be very good in every country, even in India. So you all have a bright future. With all this information, here we come to the end of today's innovative and informative lecture. Do keep in mind what we have discussed today. It's time for you all to do some self-study. This is Professor Devashish Bose signing off for today. If you want to learn more and enhance your knowledge, you may log on to our website for MCQs, quizzes and LORs at www.cec.nic.in. Till then, goodbye.